Hi, welcome to Empowered PT with Dr. E. Today I'm going to teach you some hip opening stretches that you can do utilizing a chair. So just be sure to warm up the tissues first before you go into these stretches. So the first one I'm going to teach you is a piriformis stretch. So what you're going to do is cross one leg over as if you're making a right angle. Okay, and you should feel this stretch deep in the glute muscle back here. So if you aren't able to get in this right angle position, it is fine to just keep this knee a little bit more narrow. And then as you get more flexible over time, you can work on opening up from the hip. But you're going to sit up nice and tall, belly button pulled in, getting into that figure four position or as far as you can go. And then if you don't already feel a stretch here, there are a couple ways that you can make it more intense. The first thing is make sure that the foot that's supported on the floor is back far enough under you. Okay, that's one way to intensify it. The other way is that you can just simply keeping a straight back, hinge forward from the hip. That will intensify it. And if you still need a little bit more, then you can also use that hand to just apply some gentle overpressure. The goal is to always hold the stretch for at least 30 seconds, and then you want to come out of that stretch nice and slow. Allow the tissue to adapt to the change in position. Okay, so you can do that exercise on both sides, 30-second hold, 2 to 3 repetitions. The next one I want to show you is an adductor stretch. So this is targeting the inner thigh muscles. So what you're going to do is sit toward the edge of the chair. You're going to spread your thighs apart here. And just very gently, you're going to hook the elbows on the inside of the thighs, keeping your eye gaze focused toward the floor. You're going to just gently push the legs apart until you feel a good stretch here in the inner thighs. Okay, so you're gonna hold that position for 30 seconds. Just keep breathing during these stretches too. It's important that you aren't holding your breath. And then when you come up out of this, because your head has been hanging a little bit, be sure to take your time transitioning out of that stretch. So for the adductor stretch, same goal. Hold for 30 seconds, perform at least 2 times. And then the third one I want to show you to open up the hip is the hip flexor stretch. So what we're going to do is support one knee on the seat of the chair, and you're going to lunge forward with the other leg. So keeping a nice tall trunk, what I'm going to do is just tuck my pelvis under, and I'm pushing through that front heel to create that opposition. So the goal is that you should feel it in the front of the hip on this side that's supported on the chair. So hips should stay square to the wall, tucking that pelvis under you, and making sure that the front knee does not extend over the toes or past the toes. It should be aligned right over the ankle. And so we're going to hold for 30 seconds, and you're going to perform 2 on each side. Now, if at any point the stretches just feel too intense, as if you can't hold them for the full 30 seconds, then it's just telling you you're going too far into the stretch. So just back out of it a little bit. Maybe don't lunge quite as far in the hip flexor stretch, or bring your legs in a little closer on this one. And don't force that full right angle on this one. Just do what your body allows you to do, just to where you feel gentle tension. That's the idea of the stretch. And then by the second rep, you should feel like the tissue is starting to give a little bit, and you can get a little bit more into the range of motion. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you would like even more in-depth videos on various ailments, check out my subscription website, www.empoweredpt with Dr. E. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.